Yes, yes, y'all. It's iconic, and I'm coming at you with another Blood Knight build video. Let's go. This is going to be a follow-up to the PvP build that I did. We're going to be using this one in PvE. I think it actually works really, really well, and we only need to switch up one thing for this build.
Let us forge.
All right, so we're over at the essence transfer, and just in case you didn't see the first video, let's go over the build here real quick. So we've got Horns of the Hex. Siphon Blood is no longer channeled and now moves with you. Swarm of Bats damage increased by 19%. And then we have this slot awakened, so it's giving us an additional 10% damage. Swarm of Bats now engulfs you in a cloud of bats, continually damaging nearby enemies. Swarm of Bats damage increased by 18%. Swarm of Bats damage increased by 10% since we have the slot awakened as well. Swarm of Bats now also poisons enemies, causing them to take 3,424 continual damage for 3 seconds. When Siphon Blood damages the same enemy 3 times, it causes them to hemorrhage, dealing 4,848 additional damage. After Shadow's Edge hits an enemy, the blades ricochet out, randomly targeting nearby enemies and dealing 15,379 damage. Siphon Blood also slows enemy movement speed by 30%, absorbing their vigor and increasing your movement speed by 10% up to 30%. And Shadow's Edge now marks enemies, causing them to erupt for 21,711 additional damage when reaching 4 marks. And what we changed in terms of the skills is we added Shroud of Night. And actually I need to change the chest piece to Influencer. Shroud of Night only empowers you, causing every other primary attack to conjure a shadowy apparition to attack enemies. And this will actually give cooldown reduction. So the idea behind this one is between Siphon Blood and Swarm of Bats, we actually have auto attacks here that we don't have to do anything and we're dealing damage. And then we can continue to do our primary attack damage. Shroud of Night is also going to be buffing up our primary attack damage with our other essences. And we don't actually need this one, but for additional movement speed, we're actually using Sanguinate. And that's just going to help us out to get through things a little bit quicker. It's not necessarily helping out with damage. For the set, we're going to be using 4-piece Vithus to increase our attack speed. And then the 2-piece version of that is going to be increasing our beneficial effect duration. And this does increase quite a few things from our legendary gems to some of our skills. And then we also are using 2-piece Grace. And this is going to increase our continual damage by 15%. This is going to help us out with Siphon as well as our bats. Our Paragon is going to be Weaver. And our Warband room is going to be Attacker for this one. And this one, because of how much you swap out your gear, I don't focus on this too much. However, I do think Lash 2-piece is a good one to do for curse properties. We also have Nettled, which in terms of my legendary gems, I have a Frozen Heart. So when that activates, we do actually proc Nettled with this as well. And then when we look at our reforges, I'm spec'd for this build. So what I want as much as possible is primary attack damage, all skill damage increase, critical hit damage increase, duration of beneficial effects increase, as well as attack speed. And we kind of mix and match between the Wildfire set as well as the Trimmer set. And then any other piece that doesn't have those is just going to be the best possible skills for this build. So the big ones, again, primary attack damage, critical hit damage, duration of beneficial effects, attack speed are all going to be very good for this build.
Be safe, all right?
And then I want to show you guys a speed run. We're going to head over to a dungeon here and just show you how good this build is. All right, and we're going to be heading into Mad King's Breach. This is mainly because I've used this one for testing in the past, so I want to test out this build on this one, and some of the follow-ups that I'm going to do are going to be based on Mad King's Breach too as well. Pretty quick dungeon, so we want to see exactly how fast we can get through this one. And we're going to start here as soon as we load in. All right, the first part here, I wasn't able to click that as fast as I wanted to, but that is okay. We'll take that. So we're to the first boss. Oh, we got feared, unfortunately, so that did take a little bit of time off. He's got 5.7 million health, and we mow him down. Obviously, that could have been a little faster. And we're just trying to get to the next part as quick as we can. I mean, the damage on this is ridiculous, and I feel like ever since I hit Essence Mastery level 3 and maxed that out, man, I feel like Blood Knight has definitely transformed. I'm going to be doing a video on this topic specifically when I cover my Blood Knight thoughts, but this has gotten ridiculous. I don't know what the difference is, but just going up to the next Essence level here has definitely changed things for us quite a bit. All right, going into the next phase. See how quickly we can get these done. And I mean, this is Inferno difficulty, and we're doing this solo, so just to point out, like, this damage is absolutely crazy. It does lack a little bit of movement ability, but we try to make up for it with Sanguinate as much as we can.
Have you nothing else?
All right, we're almost to the last boss. Oh no, we didn't get this guy. Okay, last boss. Oh, what are we? Come on. All right, that's gonna mess our time up quite a bit, but I think you guys can get the point here from what we're showing. I'm tempted to actually show the ultimate because it's a primary attack build, but we're not gonna do that. And as you can see, we've already got him to the second phase already. He's almost down. Gonna get out of the way. And he's down. All right, I did not get that clicked on when I wanted to, but when I was looking to click it, I believe that was like 3:31, 3:32. So 3 minutes, 32 seconds, solo dungeon, Mad King's Breach, primary attack build. Of course, we could have done a little bit better there. I think we can shave 10, maybe 15 seconds off of that run, if not possibly a little bit more. But I'm curious, what do you guys think? What have you been running with the Blood Knight? And does this work for you guys? Have you built around primary attack? I know for me, this is something that we did very early on. In the game, when I started playing Monk, I started as a Crusader and I switched to Monk. And I realized attack speed, Vithus, critical hit damage. I realized all of those things were a little bit busted inside of the game. So I started building my character around those things back then. So Demon Hunter worked really good when I swapped to it. I've got some really good primary attack builds for the Wizard as well. And it seems to be translating over just fine for the Blood Knight too as well. I'd almost argue this is, I'm not doing a side-by-side comparison at the moment, but I'd almost argue this is just as good as my Demon Hunter builds, if not better. I want to say it's better, but I'll need to do some side-by-side comparisons to see that. Maybe we'll do that in the future. But again, hit me up down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think about this build, anything you would tweak, any suggestions. I'm always open for that. And as always, if you appreciate the content, hit me with a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.